If you are wired and tired, if you lay awake at 3 a.m. with a body that's not switched off, listen closely. This is not your age. It's your nervous system stuck in go mode. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you with a 30-second move that flips the switch. You could do it with me right where you are. Tired of feeling stuck, unseen, or like your body isn't yours anymore? It's time for a reset. Welcome to An Ageless Life, the Midlife Reset Show, where science, movement, and mindset help you feel strong, energized, and like yourself. I'm Diana Devi, a clinical pharmacist, Argentine tango dancer and instructor, and your guide for redefining how women thrive and grow in midlife and beyond. Let's get started. First, I want to tell you about 20 strangers on a lawn in Osaka, Japan, and the 4 butterflies that proved the whole thing works. It was a Wednesday afternoon in Osaka, Japan. Comfortable air, city sounds in the distance, 20 people standing on the grass outside of Osaka Castle, looking at me, waiting. I didn't know most of them before the trip. Different ages, different backgrounds. Some of them were the kind of people who believe in semi-woo-woo stuff or other things that can shift your body. Some of them, absolutely not believers. And I had one quiet moment when I was standing there before I started and thought to myself, oh, they think this is crazy? And of course, I was wearing my sparkly deck shoes to lead this. I had seen what these movements can do. I felt it in my own body for years. I had watched it happen in my tango students. The moment somebody stopped managing their body from a distance and actually came back inside of it. But that was a tango studio. These were strangers on a lawn in Japan. I've done these movements so many times, as I say, I could do them dead drunk with a frontal lobotomy. And every single time, I find something new. I started anyway. 20 minutes later, something happened that I didn't plan for and was not expecting. 4 large butterflies arrived. And every single one of those people saw them. Now that sounds small. It isn't. 10 minutes before, none of them would probably have noticed those butterflies. Because we've been running on stress, on deadlines, the constant noise of a full life, we stopped receiving information from our own bodies, not dramatically, but gradually, over time, until one day you realize you've forgotten to eat lunch, or you don't know if you're tired or just bored, or if you've been holding your shoulders up around your ears for the last 3 hours and didn't notice. We all lose our bodies. We just stop listening to them. Let me say that again. We don't lose our bodies. They're still there. We just stop listening to them. 20 minutes of movement outside Osaka Castle and 20 people starting to listen again. After it was over, nobody rushed off. They walked around the grounds. They talked. We went to see the castle close up. And then we sat in the shade on a stone wall that had been standing there for hundreds of years, eating Japanese box lunches, absorbing what had just happened. Nothing dramatic, just 20 people who arrived distracted and left present. That's what we're talking about. I'm Diana Devi, clinical pharmacist, 40 years, Argentine tango dancer and instructor, and this is Midlife Reset. This episode stands on its own, and it's part of this series called Running on Full, where we take apart why your energy quits in midlife, and how you get it back. If this is your first one, you're in exactly the right place. Today we go underneath it all, the thing that's running the show, your nervous system. Not the clinical version, the real one. The one that works perfectly in Osaka on a Wednesday afternoon when 20 people noticed 4 butterflies. Your nervous system has 2 modes, go mode, rest mode. Go mode is not bad. You need it. It gets you through hard days, big presentations, the moment that requires everything that you have. The problem is that most women in midlife are stuck in go mode permanently. Not because they're weak, but because life just demands it of them. And this has been going on for 20, 30, sometimes 40 years. And their bodies adapt. It learns to run on stress hormones, the way a car learns to run on fumes. You keep moving, you keep functioning, but underneath it all, something is running on empty. You know the feeling. You're tired and you can't sleep. You're wired but not energized. You push through, but nothing really restores you the way that it used to. This is not age. This is a nervous system that is forgotten. It is allowed to rest. So what happened in Osaka? When I led 20 people through the movement sequence outside the castle, I was not thinking about nervous system. I was thinking, is this going to work as well outside of a tango studio and outside of a one-on-one session? Will this work for people who don't know me, who don't know tango, and don't know this work? And surprise, surprise, not really, but it's nice to have validation. It worked, and I know why. Because the movements I used, the head turns, the gentle sequences, the breath, they speak directly to a part of your nervous system responsible for switching you from go mode into rest mode. They do it through the body, not the mind. You can't think your way into rest. We think our way into everything else, but that doesn't really work that way. Nor can you decide to stop feeling stressed, but you can move your way there, slowly, gently, without drama. That afternoon in Osaka, I felt it too. After about 20 minutes, something settled in me. Not sleepy or flat, it was a natural energy, a kind of energy that is clear, calm. And when I say present, it means like it's here with me. That kind that doesn't feel like you're on a caffeine buzz or that you're having a spike of energy because of sugar. It's the kind that just is. Some people noticed that they were thirsty, really thirsty. And other people noticed that they were hungry or that they needed to go to the restroom. That day, we walked about 15,000 steps. I felt an honest tiredness underneath, not the wired from exhaustion that I have felt before, but I felt really tired. My body was telling me the truth. 3 signals in a row: calm, thirsty, tired. A body talking, a body being heard. That is what rest mode feels like when you finally let it in. So I'm going to give you one thing that you can try today. It's a movement, takes about 30 seconds. You can do it right now. Sitting where you are, you can do it standing, you can do it in a car, grocery store, wherever. It's a slow head turn. And you start out, you take a breath, and exhale, and you slowly turn to your head to the right as far as you can. You hold it for about 3 seconds there, and you just kind of notice that your body naturally has this kind kind of sigh, and then you turn back to center, and you turn it to the left. And again, about 3 seconds, or when you kind of feel that sigh, and then you turn back to center. And now, take a breath. And the next part is you turn your eyes. And turn your eyes without moving your head. I like to put my finger in front here and just turn my eyes. And center, eyes, and center. And now we're going to check it out. Going to move your head all the way. I have a greater range of motion. But the other thing I've noticed is my heartbeat's kind of slowed down a little bit. I feel more relaxed. And I'm not having the conversation with my mind saying, you need to relax now. I gave my body that message through this movement. My body received this signal, it could understand, and it responded. So, just in case you're wondering, this is not woo, this is anatomy. And it's the entry point to everything we're going to talk about ahead in the episodes. So what's coming up in the next episode? Next week, we're going to go deeper. We're going to talk about inflammation, not in the way that you've heard it before, with lisabuzib or to avoid supplements to take, but actually what has happened in your body that has been running on stress for years, and why movement is a grossly underused anti-inflammatory tool that you've probably never been told about, because your body already knows how to bring inflammation down. It just needs the right signal. So in closing, 20 people outside of Osaka Castle saw 4 butterflies. That's the whole story. Your nervous system is waiting to be heard. If you want to explore more about how this work would look for you, come and have a conversation with me. It's called an Ageless Strategy Session, 20 minutes. Go to agelesslife.com, book your session, and we'll figure out where you are and what your body needs next. If this episode has landed for you, follow the show so you will get the next one. That's it for now. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
That's it for this reset. Thank you for spending this time with me. If today's episode gave you something to think about, I'd love to have you subscribe so you never miss what's next. And remember to grab your free gift, your Midlife Superpower, 5 simple power moves to feel like yourself again. The address for this is, or link is, anagelesslife.com/superpower. Thanks again. Bye-bye.